Hey, Rose. What's up with being out until this late? What are you thinking? Remember I mentioned it this morning. There's a dinner meeting with clients, so I'd be late. I'm not just out having fun. Yeah, right. Are you trying to fool me with such an obvious lie? It's not a lie. Seriously, you're just a parasite living off my family. Yet you don't even bother to cook dinner and stay out until late. Who do you think you are? As punishment, bring me some fancy bottles of wine. Punishment? Yep. Even though you're as thick-headed as they come, you're still my brother's wife. Mom and I reluctantly accepted you into our home, you know. But you don't even fulfill the basic duty of making dinner as a wife. On top of that, lying and staying out late. You're practically a freeloader. Someone like that deserves to be punished. I didn't choose to live with you guys, you know. I actually wanted to live alone with Brad. That's an excuse. Since you can't stand on your own 2 feet, you're living off Mom and Dad's pension. You lazy bum. I am working. You're the one who's not. It's okay to fail at job hunting, but you've given up finding a job altogether. You spend all day eating snacks at home, right? Isn't that the definition of a freeloader? Ugh, you piss me off. I'm telling Mom. Go ahead. Do as you wish.
Rose, I heard everything from Faye. Don't you think that was a bit rude?
You mean her?
No, not her. You were rude. But you don't have to answer. I got it from your response. You're despicable. I ended up making dinner because you bailed. Making your mother-in-law do housework? What a terrible in-law you are.
I have a job and social commitments at work. So sometimes I come home late and can't cook dinner every day. We talked about this when we decided to live together, right?
No matter what, as a wife, shouldn't you strive to be back home by dinner time for the family's sake? Even George and Brad complain if it's not your cooking.
That's because your cooking is awful.
Hush! Stop insulting me and Faye. Have you forgotten that you're basically living off us in this house?
Living off you? I pay rent, don't I? I also contribute to groceries and utilities.
So what?
Excuse me?
You're able to live with us only with our permission. Don't act all high and mighty about paying rent when you're only paying half. And then not even doing housework and gallivanting around till midnight. Who do you imagine yourself to be? We don't need a freeloader who neglects housework.
Say that to Faye then. Isn't she the real freeloader? She doesn't pay rent or anything and relies entirely on you and George.
She's different.
How?
She's my daughter. On the other hand, you married my son, so we've been accommodating you as part of the family. Essentially, you're a stranger with no blood relation to us. We welcomed you into our family and let you live with us. You should be grateful and show some respect. I can't believe you don't understand such common sense. I shouldn't have allowed Brad to marry a low-income high school grad like you.
Is that low-income high school grad a comment also from Faye? It seems mother and daughter share the same vocabulary when they insult people.
Ugh.
Wow, that reaction is the same.
Ugh, what a mistake. Letting someone who's not blood-related live in our house and then she turns around and returns evil for good. I'll make you regret insulting us. Even if you cry and beg on your knees, I won't forgive you.
No problem. Good luck with that. Hey, Rose. So are you gonna be late coming home again today? Yeah. Work's crazy right now, so I'll be coming back close to midnight for a while. Why do you ask? Oh, nothing. And just so you know, we're ordering pizza for dinner. We'll hit you up for the bill later. What the heck? Oh, and don't assume that we're ordering for you too. Go get your own food, okay? Alright then, good luck with work. Faye? Or Anna, it doesn't matter which one. What on earth is this about? Oh, you're back, huh? Isn't it fabulous? The sight of your belongings scattered in the yard.
That shattered mirror of the wardrobe. It made such a lovely sound.
It really did. You're a parasite, but you had all that expensive stuff. It really got on my nerves. It felt amazing smashing everything.
So it was you two who messed up my stuff.
Obviously. We discussed it and decided together. We don't need a useless low-income high school grad like you in our house.
We wanted to get rid of you ASAP, you know. Oh, by the way, the receipt for the pizza delivery is in the dresser drawer. Send a check to us later. We had a belly full of fancy pizza like white truffle oil. I'm not sure if the poor and incompetent low-income person can afford it.
I've been wondering for a while now. What basis do you have for calling me a low-income high school grad? Basis? You said it yourself, didn't you? That you started working right after high school and had a low income.
I heard it too. Didn't you say that when we met the first time? Since then I've thought, what a dim-witted and useless girl.
A poor soul earning a measly $25,000 a year. Stay away, you poverty deity.
Huh? $25,000 is my monthly income.
What?
When I met you guys, I did mention I started working as a high school grad, but neither of you heard the rest of my story, did you?
What are you talking about?
Firstly, I have a bachelor's degree.
Really?
I attended college as a part-time student while working to earn my degree. At my first job, my income was lower compared to others, but after getting my degree, I changed jobs. I've been fortunate and now I'm a vice president. As I mentioned earlier, I'm entrusted to do a job that earns me a monthly salary of $25,000. $25,000 a month? You're well off. Oh no, maybe we shouldn't have kicked her out.
Mom, don't believe a word she says. This is obviously a lie. This is just the pathetic barking of a loser, left without a place to go after being kicked out of our home.
Who's the one without a place to go?
What do you mean?
Haven't you realized who actually got abandoned here? What are you talking about? Were you so focused on wrecking my things that you didn't notice anything? Are George and Brad at home?
What? Wait. Their shoes are gone.
Check their room. Their stuff's gone too. No car either. What's going on? They've left you both. What do you mean?
No way. Why should we be left behind? You're the one who should disappear from this house. You acting all high and mighty for someone who's not even related by blood.
That's right. You were able to live here thanks to us. I never wanted to move in with you guys. But George and Brad pleaded with me. They asked me for help to get away from you guys. Faye, who wastes money like water despite being unemployed. And Anna, who spoils her and doesn't even take care of the house. Financially and domestically, things were a mess. They asked for help to escape that situation while living together.
What?
On the day they decided to execute that plan, you two wreak havoc. Quite the coincidence, I must say.
This can't be. Dad and Brad left us?
That's a lie. I'm dead serious.
I can't reach Brad on the phone.
George is not answering either. Don't worry, Faye. It's late, so they're probably sleeping.
Yeah, you're right. They'll come back tomorrow for sure.
They're wide awake and are next to me right now. We're having a celebration party for cutting ties with you idiots. We opened amazing wine.
They're with you?
Tell us the location. Absolutely not. We're done with you guys. Obviously, we won't be paying rent or any living expenses. George will contact you soon through a lawyer for divorce proceedings. Neither I nor Brad will ever have anything to do with you guys.
It's just you two living together from now on. That's impossible. Neither of us is working, you know. Mom has a small pension, but that's about it. It's impossible to live on that. Why don't you find a job then? Impossible. I'm not cut out for work. Then I guess Anna has to work.
I can't. I'm 66 this year, you know.
There are plenty of people who work at that age.
It's impossible. I've never worked before. I got married right after graduating from school.
Oh, so that's why you defended the jobless Faye so much. You've never worked either.
What's wrong with that? I've been a dedicated homemaker.
But you're terrible at cooking and chores. Since I moved in, you've practically pushed all of that onto me.
It's not normal for a daughter-in-law to take care of the family.
Well, let's drop that conversation. Figure out what to do next between the two of you. I don't need the things I left behind. Feel free to break or sell them. I'll give you the proceeds of a sale. Consider it my final act of kindness.
We shouldn't have broken things then. The expensive-looking dresser is in pieces now. You wanted to break it, Faye.
What? It's my fault? You were the one who suggested throwing stuff out the window.
But it was you who actually threw it. I'm too old to lift heavy things.
You told me to do it. Blaming me for everything is just plain awful.
I'm not blaming you. But let's face it, this mess is because of you. Because you confidently said Rose was a low-income high school graduate. I believed you.
You're at fault too, Mom. Why are you pointing the finger at me? I can't believe it.
If you had been working, this wouldn't have happened.
If he had been doing the housework properly, this wouldn't have happened. You guys can argue all you want. I'll excuse myself. Apparently, the finger pointing between the mother and daughter continued until the early hours. When the divorce went through, they finally felt the heat, so they decided to start working. They sold off some furniture, used that money as a capital, and found part-time jobs, but their first ever employment was a disaster. They got fired and ended up borrowing money just to cover living expenses. And get this, Faye tried to send her mother to the other side for insurance money by putting bleach in her juice. But of course, she got busted and it turned into a big fight. They even tried robbing a bank together, but got caught immediately and arrested. They're currently reflecting together behind bars.
Helen, you back from school?
I'm about to leave school.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to work overtime tonight. Probably for an hour or so. Tomorrow's Mom's death anniversary. Can you grab some flowers on your way home?
Got it.
Oh, and one more thing. Is everything okay? You've been acting all strange recently.
Huh? I'm fine.
Okay. If you want to talk, I'm always here for you, okay?
I know, Dad. No worries. I'm fine.
Alright, I'll be back around 8 p.m. See you in a bit.
Okay, see ya.
Helen, where are you? Why aren't you home?
Sorry. I'm heading back now.
You know what time it is? You're still in middle school. You can't break curfew like this. I was worried sick. Where are you? What are you up to?
I was eating dinner with Mom.
Huh? What do you mean?
I was with Mom.
What? But she passed away when you were little. What are you saying?
I know that's a lie. You cheated on her, then you two split up. She told me everything. She was sick. She couldn't raise me on her own, so the courts gave you custody. I'm not a kid anymore, Dad. You can't trick me anymore.
I never tricked you! Listen, I'll come pick you up. Where are you?
I'm already on my way home. No worries.
What? What the hell is going on?
Stop trying to deny it, Dad. It's pathetic. I found out the truth, okay? Face it. I was surprised too, believe me. But she had pictures of me as a kid. Now we looked alike. You can't lie to me anymore.
That can't be. I saw her body. She was dead. You might not remember, but...
How do I know that you're not lying to me? I don't know anyone from Mom's side of the family. There's no way for me to check.
I know. They weren't very happy about us getting married, so...
Why did you cheat on her? What's wrong with you? Mom was crying. She said she wants us to live with us again. She says she's willing to give you another chance.
Wait. What? Hold on. Listen. I never cheated on her. Never. And Mom is dead. That's a fact. I swear I'm not lying to you, Helen. So whoever you met tonight, that's not your mother.
But it wasn't my first time. I've met her like 3 times already. I don't think she's lying to me either. She knew everything about us. She's telling the truth.
Helen, I would never lie to you. I would never do anything to hurt you. You know that, don't you?
But...
Let me talk to her. You know her number? The woman you were meeting with?
yeah.
Okay, we'll talk once you get home. Maybe she's a mutual friend or something. Not sure why she contacted you, but she must have a reason.
Okay. Sorry, Dad.
It's okay, Helen. It's not your fault. Don't apologize.
Okay.
I don't have to talk about Mom. I thought it would just make you sad, but I was wrong. That's gonna change from now on. Sorry about that, dear. I'll see you at home, okay? Why did you contact her? What do you want? Why are you doing this?
Oh, so you found out. Long time no talk, Alex.
Answer my question. What's going on here? Why are you talking to my daughter?
Oh, loosen up. It's been ages since we last talked. I almost had her. I came so close.
What are you talking about? What are you up to?
Whatever. She was bound to find out sooner or later after the marriage. I just wanted her to get used to me, that's all. I don't see the problem here.
Marriage? What on earth are you talking about?
Our marriage, duh. Helen is a teenager. It can't be easy raising her on your own, so, you know? But if we get married then, I'd be able to help you. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about? What marriage? You're married, aren't you?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm getting a divorce.
Huh?
Remember when you came to our house to say hi to our parents? They were against it. I'm sure you remember.
Yeah?
I told them what a terrible person you were. That's why they were so against it. I was hoping you two would split up after that, but...
What? Why? Why would you do such a thing? I don't understand.
What do you think? I liked you, duh. I've always liked you. But my sister took you away from me and ran off. It took me a while to get over you, but I did. Then I met my husband and... He makes good money, but that's about it. This is all your wife's fault. I told her to hand you over to me, but she wouldn't listen. She basically stole you away from me. She ruined my life. My husband makes good money, sure, but he's ugly, and he stinks. And my son looks exactly like him. He's hideous. I hate my family. I knew something had to change. I didn't want to spend the rest of my time with my ugly family. Then, I saw you guys, you and Helen.
So what?
It was no coincidence. It was some sort of sign. You still looked really good. The years have been good to you. And Helen, she's so pretty.
That's when I knew. I want to start over. I want to start a new family with the two of you. What do you think? Your wife and I were twins, so I look just like her. I don't see what the problem is.
No, I don't think so. She was the love of my life, and nobody can replace her. Not even her twin sister. And you're not making any sense. And how can you lie to my daughter like that? You can't do this to us. Please don't ever come near us again. I've had it with you. You were waiting for Helen outside her school? What the hell is wrong with you?
It's your fault. Why are you ignoring me, huh? And Helen likes me. I hang out with her all the time.
That's because she thought you were her mom. I already talked to the police about you.
Police? I didn't do anything.
You sure about that? You called her more than 100 times a day. And you're stalking her. You're following her everywhere she goes. You even tried to break into her home the other day. This is illegal. This is your first and final warning. Don't push me.
Why won't you let me in? Your wife is dead. But you have a chance to start over with her twin sister. We're basically the same person. I don't see what the problem is here.
That's not my point. I fell in love with her for who she was. Nobody can replace her. Nobody. I already told you this. And, you're nothing like her. You make me sick. I mean, what kind of person does this? You traumatized my daughter. You realize that? And all those things you said about your own family? You're a terrible person. You're delusional. You should probably go see a doctor. I'm not marrying you. Get that through your head.
Is that so? You're an idiot for turning me down. My husband makes a lot of money, which means you'll be getting a lot of money once I divorce him. I'm entitled to half of everything, so. But I guess you didn't realize that. You're an idiot. No wonder you work at a factory, loser. No wonder she married you. She always had a thing for losers.
Whatever you say. Money and looks might be important to you, but not everyone thinks like that.
Whatever. Technically, I'm still married to him, so I guess the divorce is off then. I still hate my ugly family, but whatever. I can still live like a queen, so. Meanwhile, you're gonna be miserable for the rest of your life. This is gonna be fun.
We'll see about that.
What does that mean? Whatever. Screw you, loser.
I called your husband. I know him from work. I sent him everything. All the texts you sent us.
What?
Well, it turns out he was thinking about divorce too. He said you never did anything around the house. All you did was complain and yell at the kids, so he was really happy when I told him. He was worried that you might get custody of the kids, but with all this, that's not gonna happen, so.
You're kidding, right? He loves me. He's obsessed with me. He does everything I tell him to. He'd never leave me.
He seemed like a kind person, but everyone has their limits. I guess you pushed him too hard. He said you treated him like crap. You did this to yourself. Whatever. I'm done here. I got no time for this. You're a terrible person. Don't ever come near us again.
Hold on, wait! Tell my husband I was just kidding.
I don't think that's gonna help you in any way.
Then marry me! This is all your fault. If I didn't run into you guys, none of this would have happened. You gotta take responsibility for this.
You're just a stranger to me. You did this to yourself. You only have yourself to blame. Figure it out.
What? What did I do? What's gonna happen to me?
Not my problem. Good luck, though. You're gonna need it. And one more thing. Don't ever talk about my wife like that again. If you do, you're gonna regret it. Go to hell. Her husband left her after that. She got kicked out of the house. She put up a pretty good fight, but the courts ruled in her husband's favor. She thought she was going to get half of his stuff, but since she never did anything around the house, she got nothing. Not only that, her husband sued her for damages. So now she was up to her neck in debt. She had nothing now. She was screwed. Then, her husband contacted her parents for me and told them what happened. They paid me a surprise visit one weekend to come see us. They were really happy to see Helen. They told Helen all kinds of stories about her mom. My sister-in-law tried to leech off of her parents after she got kicked out of the house. But they knew about everything she did, so they weren't going to help her in any way. They ended up cutting all ties with her. Oh well, sucks for her, but not my problem. I started talking more about my late wife to my daughter. She loved it when I told her stories about her mother. Anyways, it was a rough couple of weeks, but I'm just glad everything worked out.